Hey y'all, hey, good morning. I wanted to hop on here really quick and bring you guys a message. I hope you're having a great morning. I definitely am ready to be, productive. Hopefully you guys are too. Today, we are going to talk about 3 things that are stopping you from converting your audience and turning them into paying customers, right? So, obviously, I work with product based business owners, and I see, a lot of you guys understand the necessity of posting, right? The point of posting is not just to post, right? We want to build a community, but the point of posting is to make sales, okay? So that's, kind of what we're all out here doing if you have a business, right? And we want those people to translate into customers, right? So if that's not happening for you, this video will be super helpful, in just 3 things that you can kind of start to look at and pinpoint to figure out why. Before we dive into that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Kira Williams. On Instagram, I am Automation Queen Bee, and I work with product-based e-commerce entrepreneurs. I help them create a website that allows them to scale and grow their business on autopilot. But underneath that, I also coach product-based business owners. I help them understand who their target audience is. I help them understand how to create content that converts their audience to buyers, right? And I help them learn how to, continue to optimize their website as well as show up on social media, okay? So that's like a mouthful. But today we're not talking about me. We are talking about the 3 things that will stop, or that are stopping your audience from converting into customers on social media, okay? So I see a lot of you guys posting very consistently and you are getting low sales. You're still saying, hey, I'm posting very consistently, but I'm not seeing more sales, okay? And I know how frustrating that can be. Who wants to post and not make money? Of course, that's the point of posting, like I said earlier. We're out here posting and being visible so that people can recognize our brand, right? Begin to be attracted to our brand and eventually buy from us. So if that's not happening for you, stick around. I have 3 tips for you. The first one is that you're probably not making an emotional connection to your customers' pain points, okay? So I do a lot of talking about, creating content that converts, right? And one of the keys to creating that content is going to be your ability to tie your pain point to your product. Okay, so in essence, the point of our social media content is because we want to show people, I can solve your problem. You have this problem, and I can solve it with my product. Okay, so I share 7 types of posts that you should be sharing as a product-based business owner. Hey, Tiffany, thanks for joining. I have 7 types of posts that you should be sharing as a product-based business owner. You can find them on my timeline. I won't go into them here, but even knowing those 7 types of posts is not going to be super helpful to you if you do not understand how to make that connection between your product and your customers' pain points. Okay, so pain points, for those of you who don't understand, and this is something that you really come to understand when you know who your ideal customer is. Okay, pain points are the things that your audience is struggling with, okay? They're the reasons why, those are the reasons why they need your product. So those are pain points. Your emotional connection, which is another piece of the puzzle, is how you tie that pain point to the product, okay? So essentially, your emotional connection is the marketing angle that you use, okay? So here's an example, and it's important to understand that the best connections are the ones that help you increase engagement, right? You see people doing more because they're really feeling that angle. They connect with that angle. Here's an example. I have a client and she sells like bridesmaids dresses, and she sells like accessories for the bride and people who are in weddings. And so she had one item, which was like a comb that you stick in your hair. And so, her and I were creating content, practicing creating content, and we came up with multiple angles. So her ideal customer is the bride who is planning a wedding, and some more specifics. And she has this product, which is, the hair comb. And so we thought of a few angles. One of those angles could be, how your husband looks at you as you walk down the aisle. Okay. Another angle could be how, knocking the hair piece out of the wedding planning process helps save you time. Okay. So like I could come from the time management angle. I could come from the emotional angle in regards to how your husband looks at you. Right. And so from that, she really kind of got two pieces of content, two ways to like share this product with her audience. And she can see if they relate better to, the time saving tie, or she can see if they relate better to the emotional tie with talking about how your husband looks at you as you walk down the aisle. So that is that emotional connection that really makes a difference, in your content. And if you're missing that, people really don't understand why you're posting. Again, you can't just post like a sales product. I mean, you can't make a sales post and expect for it to click with people. Okay, thank you, Tiffany. I was reading Tiffany's message. Okay, so that's point number one. You probably don't know your ideal customer's pain points, or you're not connecting with them emotionally. Okay. Number two is going to be that you're probably not showing up enough for your audience. Okay. So I can't say this enough, but consistency is key. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. It's so important that you show up for your audience. And showing up for your audience does not mean posting 1,000,000 times a day on social media. Okay. Showing up for your audience really means that you're visible. It means that they can connect with you in ways other than post on social media, right? So other ways including email marketing, through a Facebook group, whether it be yours or somebody else's, through a personal connection like a message or a DM, through Facebook Lives like you guys are watching right now, through a podcast, etc., right? There's so many ways that you can connect with your ideal customer, and it doesn't have to be, just strictly through them reading your social media posts. So understand that when you show up, when you connect, when you're visible, when you connect with your target audience, it makes a ton of difference. They're able to trust you quicker, right? They get to see who you really are, which definitely increases that know, like, and trust factor. So you want to be visible for your people, okay? So that's tip number two. The last tip that I'm going to share with you guys today, tip number 3, is going to be that you probably have not established a clear brand, okay? I want you all to understand that a brand for your company is so much more than a logo. It's so much more than a website, a tagline. It's your brand is really established by the people that you're marketing to. Okay, so your brand consists of, your ideal customers, what they value, their interests, their opinions, their fears, their beliefs, right? These things are really what help you shape the values, the mission, the point of your own company. So you have to know that before you really get out here, kind of full force branding. It makes a total difference. I can't tell you how many, store owners I've spoke with, and they don't have a clear brand for their store, right? The way that you understand Nike's brand, or the way that you understand, Cohen, or like, I don't shop at like, expensive stores, but one of those expensive department stores, that people shop at. The way you understand their brand is the way you need people to understand your brand. Okay. So, hopefully these these tips helped, and I hope that you're starting to see the big picture. Like, it should literally all be a big circle. If it's not, then that probably means you have a breakdown in one of the 3 areas that I talked about today. If you all loved this training, liked this training, found some value in this training, I actually have a Facebook group that is just starting. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm looking to connect with people over there. Okay, and this is a training that I'm doing, but I mean, it's nothing like the kind of trainings that I'm going to be doing inside the group. So if you're looking for, you know, kind of more in-depth trainings on how to grow your product-based business, I'm definitely going to encourage you to join that group. I'm going to drop the link below. I don't even think I linked it above, but I actually have a training coming up, and it's called 4 Days to Consistent 1K Months. Okay. A lot of people are struggling to even hit that 1K mark. And so for product-based business owners, I want to, you know, in 4 days, tell you the things that you really need to hone in and focus on to make sure that you can get to 1K, right? Because you can't get to 5K or 10K without achieving 1K. Okay. But it's only available for people who are in this group. So right now, if you're interested, just drop me a line, comment below and say, hey, I want to join the group, and I'll drop the link for you after I get off of here. Okay. So, thank you. Hey, Marcia. Thank you. No problem. No problem. Thanks for joining. But I'm about to hop off here. Hopefully you guys found this of value, and I'll see you another time. Bye. Have a great day.